Good morning and happy Sunday. It's another beautiful sunny Sunday here in Bali. And before we actually get started with the subject matter of the day, I just want to express my gratitude. My gratitude to all of you who are here, who watch my videos. This marks the first full year. We're beginning the second year of my Facebook Lives on Sunday. Now, they were not 52 because I did miss 2 weeks. One when I could not speak, and the other when I was actually traveling. However, Sundays have been fun days, have become more fun days for me. Facebook Live was not something that was easy for me initially. It still is not one of the easier things that I do. But thank you for all of you who share with me this time each week. I appreciate you. I also totally appreciate the fact that this week we have launched my Intentional Leadership series, and those of you who have already registered for it, registration is free. I appreciate the fact that you're choosing to spend time, your energy, watching the videos that my amazing team has prepared. Dania and Hans and Maui and Sasha have worked tirelessly to bring this to each of you. And for those of you who chose to donate, in spite of the fact that the videos are free, you chose to donate to my Fuller Life Bali Foundation. I'm going to get a little bit emotional because I am so grateful for each of you who chose to support people, the Balinese people. Everything goes at Fuller Life Bali to the Balinese people. And you are supporting people, many of you, that you may never meet. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And now I'll take a deep breath and get started on today's topic, which I selected the topic of creation because, first of all, this is, for those of you who follow moon cycles, which are very important in Bali, this is leading us into one of the more creative moons, new moons of the year, which also ushers in Chinese New Year. And so it seems like another perfect time to think of new beginnings, of creating whatever we choose to have in our lives. And so many of us think in terms of abundance. I have so many oils sitting here, I will probably knock over a bunch of them. And if you hear noises, that's why, and I apologize. However, I'm going to begin with abundance. And for those of you who may have watched the trailer, the little teaser for my leadership series, I talked a little bit about abundance, because abundance can mean so many different things. And it can mean, what abundance do you choose to have in your life? Abundance of joy, abundance of friends, abundance of wealth, abundance of health, abundance of whatever it is, fun. Whatever it is, use that intent as you're applying this oil. G.A.R.Y told us many times over that what is in your head, your intent, when you are applying any blend or any essential oil, particularly abundance, make sure that it is positive, because you will have an abundance of whatever you are thinking about when you apply this. So I'm going to apply yet another application of abundance, and I'm going to intend to create positive outcomes. Now, Okay, that's really ambiguous, isn't it? So I'm going to think about what are these positive outcomes that I am choosing to have in my life? Well, each of us has a very special set of knowledge and abilities of things that we really, really, really do well. We are great when we are doing those things. And so for me, I have found that positive outcomes are created when I pay attention to the things that I do well and do more of them. Does that make any sense? So the next oil that I'm going to use right now is present time. How often do we talk about what we're going to do in the future? Or what we've done in the past? When what we really can focus on is the present moment. This is becoming actually a blend that's right up here with believe for me, because I realize how important each present moment is. Now, I have my rollerball. I'm going to put this on my wrist and all the way up my arms because I want it to really, really get in there and make a difference for me. Now, I'm also going to inhale it because we so often forget. We get to thinking, where do we apply oils? Where are they the most effective? Well, G.A.R.Y. told us so many times, the most effective way that you can apply an essential oil is to breathe it in. When you breathe it in, if you've applied it to your hands and are breathing it in, it's going through your skin, absorbing into the very fabric of who you are. It is going up your nostrils and absorbing right into the bloodstream through those delicate membranes, and it goes right up to the brain to affect our emotional center in seconds. Isn't that amazing? So, as many of you know, I also call myself a human diffuser because I put the oils all over me and I get the benefit of them first. However, the aroma still lingers on my body, and anyone who gets within a few feet of me is going to receive the effects of the oils that I have chosen to use. So, isn't that exciting? We can go out and diffuse, be human diffusers. Now, as I mentioned, Chinese New Year is coming, and one of the things that is so special in Chinese New Year is everyone gives oranges. Well, guess what Francis gives? Orange essential oil. And oranges represent that breath of life energy, the breath of life. This particular energy, which is part of the creation blend, of the creation hologram, it's actually the key to the creation hologram because it is what puts action behind the words and the thoughts and the intents. It is the fire that can light up any situation, the fire that burns away the things that are no longer serving, the fire that can transform. As we know, fire can destroy. Anyone who has ever experienced a fire knows how devastating it can be. It also means that there's going to be change. Now, we are the ones who get to decide what is that change going to be. We don't get to decide who we are. We can decide whether we are going to utilize our own special knowledge and abilities or whether we're going to attempt to imitate others. I can tell you from my own personal experience that when you utilize your true knowledge and abilities, you are unstoppable. You are powerful beyond belief. Maybe I need some more believe. When we are attempting to be like others, we are far less powerful. So, the next oil that I'm going to use is lemon, which anchors the energy of freedom, the energy of release, letting go of who we thought we were, of beliefs, of fears, of things that have held us back for so long, attachments, and really, really paying attention to who we truly are. So I'm going to put this all over my arms too, because I want to make certain that I am paying attention and letting go of the things that really don't matter so that I can focus on the things that do really matter. So this is where I decided today that I would just kind of show some of the pictures, the hologram, the archetype cards of the rainbow healing, because it's one of my props among other things. So each one of these, we all have different knowledge and abilities, and ours, as I said, is a special combination that is unique to us. However, looking at some of the things, you may recognize some things within you. For instance, the teacher. These are not in any particular order. They just are the way they ended up on my desk this morning. So, the teacher. What is the teacher? What kind of special things does a teacher have? Now, this may be you. It may not be you. You may know some who have special abilities of communication. A teacher can make difficult things seem simple. That is one of the greatest talents of a real teacher, which you're bound to have known someone, but probably not too many, that really have that gift. Perhaps your gift is that of the healer, being able to create a safe place where others can feel safe and vulnerable so that they can move forward in their own healing process. Or perhaps you have the ability to really strengthen your connection with the source, the Holy One, I call it, where you can actually just maintain that connection very easily and listen to the guidance, hear things much more easily than some of the rest of us. Or perhaps you may be a performer who actually has incredible focus on repetitively honing their skills, whatever those skills are, to have that focus and attention to be able to continuously do it until it is absolutely flawless. Or perhaps it's the artisan who has the creative ability, great creative talent, but who is at their best when they're allowing that flow of creativity to come through. Not preparing ahead of time, but allowing the flow in the moment. Then it may be that the strengths of the detective, the ability to really focus on details, to notice details, and to be able to put them together so that they make sense. Some of us may have difficulty seeing a lot of details, clues, if you will, and putting them together to see what's really happening. Others of us may find that this is a tremendous strength. to focus upon in manifesting what we're choosing to manifest. Or perhaps you're the star, the enchanter, the one who draws people full of charisma, that people just automatically come to you and just flock to you and listen. Or the shaman, who may prefer to just be out and connect in nature by themselves, just to enjoy the simple things of life, the childlike attitude towards everything. Each one of these can be quite successful when focusing upon their strengths rather than attempting to be like others. For instance, if that shaman who enjoys just being in the moment, having the childlike attitude, is attempting to be like the detective, focusing on details and bringing things, clues together to see a big picture, it's not going to have the same effect. Do you see what I'm talking about? Then we have the wizard, who seems to be able to just create situations that are far beyond belief that it can truly happen. Then we have the crusader, the leader who is passionate, so passionate that others just get swept up in that enthusiasm because it is so contagious when someone is excited and passionate. And the warrior, who has that ability to lead by preparing, by noticing everything that may be required and making certain that all of the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed so that there are no surprises. Everything happens like this. So what kind of leader or what kind of human being do you see yourself? What do you feel are your particular strengths? Are you attempting to utilize your strengths as part of your creation process, creating, manifesting the dream that you would choose to manifest? So I'm going to use another oil, highest potential, because no matter who you truly were created to be, what your knowledge and abilities, your skill sets, if you will, no matter what they are, the most important thing that we can do may be to reach our highest potential in that moment. And it is so important, I feel, to remember, this is a constant reminder for me, that our highest potential in one moment may be quite different from our highest potential in another. So intending, aspiring to reach our highest potential in each and every moment is a beautiful, beautiful goal. Would you agree? So I'm going to, one more time, I have a whole list of oils, and actually I can write them down and post them for you so you can see oils, blends that you may choose to utilize in your process. We're all different. We're all successful, and or we can be successful in whatever we choose to be, as long as we are remaining in present time. And I'm going to use it again because present time is a key. I actually had 2 bottles of present time sitting here today, one with rollerball and one without. And Stephen and I were sitting there talking one night, a few nights ago, and I was using the one without rollerball. So I started putting it on each one of us, and it wasn't coming out fast enough, so I thought the bottle was empty, and I took the orifice reducer off and turned the bottle up. Well, it wasn't empty. It's now only a third full, but it was almost full. So we got a healthy dose of present time. And for me, I think it was a key for a catalyst for what I was thinking about doing next. Because remember, the past only brought us to where we are right now. The future is what we are creating in this moment. So the present time is where our focus and our attention must be in order to manifest those positive outcomes. So I'm always going to end up with believe. You know, I can't seem to not do that. I have to have my believe showers multiple times daily. And I suggest to each of you, I challenge each of you to sit in silence if you can find the time this week. Find a few moments before you go to bed, when you are getting up in the morning, before you open your eyes, to really focus on that present moment and take a few breaths and think about what positive outcomes you are choosing for this next segment of your life. Have a beautiful week filled with positive outcomes and colorful rainbows. I'll see you next Sunday.